What is up, Pretty Fit fam? Welcome back to another YouTube video. You guys, first of all, ignore all the pimple patches I have on my face, but you guys can already see by the title of the video what we're talking about today. I'm going to be helping you guys with some tips on how you can stay on track during the holiday season. Thanksgiving is literally right around the corner. We are in holiday full effect season. So I'm going to be giving you guys some tips on how you can stay on track with your nutrition during the holidays. But before we get started, make sure you subscribe to the Pretty Fit Life channel. Make sure you like this video and drop comments down below if you want to see more videos just like this. So we're going to go to the gym today. So I'm going to give you the first tip. Okay, let's get right to it. All right, guys, tip number one is going to be setting up your environment for success. Now, there's a few different ways to go about this. So number one, to setting up your environment for success, try to keep your house, like kitchen wise, like try to keep everything as normal as possible. So skipping the holiday treats when you go grocery shopping, keeping the same grocery list that you usually go out and have, or go out get the things that you normally get. Also skipping those holiday treats. I know that it's really tempting, but if you want to set yourself up for success, if you're on a weight loss journey, if you're on a fat loss journey, skipping those treats and literally waiting until the days that Thanksgiving is around, Christmas is around, whatever your holiday is that you celebrate, waiting until those days to enjoy the foods. But when you're at home and you don't have those days, keeping it as normal as possible. Also, there is a link down below. There is a free fat loss grocery list. So make sure you check that out. It's totally free. It's a grocery list to help you with your fat loss journey, the things that are good for fat loss. So make sure that you check that out. Also, remembering to stick to your meal plan as normal. If you're on a meal plan, you're on your weight loss journey, sticking to your meal plan as best as you can, as normal as possible, that is going to help keep it as normal as possible. So kind of another thing to setting yourself up for success, setting your environment up for success. Be mindful of the holiday parties that you go to and how you kind of approach the holiday party. So are you kind of always near the food? Are you always like in arm's reach of like the food that's kind of set out for you? If you are, like, not to say that you can't be in the kitchen, it's not to say that you can't see the food, but you being around it constantly is going to affect your eating choices, your eating behavior. So kind of just be mindful of that. So if you know that you're really tempted by the desserts, try your best to kind of stay away from the desserts. And I'll talk more about this kind of later in the video, but it's okay to indulge because this is the one a few times in the year that you're going to celebrate the holidays and kind of not go all out, but indulge in these kind of like things. Like literally me, I only eat this kind of food one time a year. So I like to enjoy myself, but I'll talk on it more. But it's okay to have the things that you enjoy, but of course just like don't go crazy. Like obviously that day, enjoy family, friends in moderation, but kind of going back to your holiday parties, if you're always in reach and you know that it's going to be tempting, like as soon as you get there, you're going to be like, I want a piece of cake. Like try, like if you want a piece of the cake or if you want like the pie or whatever desserts that they have, just be mindful of like, if you're going to eat it, just have that one. But being around it constantly will make you grab and reach and kind of pick at it, you know, throughout the holiday party. So just being a little bit mindful of that. So another thing too is if you're traveling for the holidays, so this is another one, setting yourself up for success, setting up your environment. If you're traveling during the holidays, having protein snacks with you while you're traveling, also where you are going, you know, taking that extra step to get protein snacks, to get some healthier things if you're going to be there for an extended period of time, getting those healthier options. So obviously you traveling and you being at somebody else's house, or maybe you're in a hotel or whatever the case is, whatever your situation is, some of that stuff is kind of out of your control because you're not in like your own home where you have your kitchen, you have your stove, you can kind of make your own things or whatever. But having those high protein, healthy snacks with you is going to make a huge difference. my ice machine decided it wanted to make noise. So that is the first one, setting yourself up for success. So we are actually gonna go to the gym and we are gonna work out. Today is gonna be a good workout day. I'm super excited, it's Monday, and I'm gonna talk some more about these tips as we're going and when we come back. So stay tuned, let's work out, let's go to the gym, and let's talk about this next tip as well. Okay, y'all, we finally made it to the gym, and today is a leg day. So if you're watching this, hopefully you can take some tips away from this leg day and give this leg day a try. Or if you haven't, check out my other leg day videos on my channel. But let's talk about tip number 2, which is going to be considering your alcohol intake. Now, alcohol is actually really difficult to navigate around the holiday season because alcohol contains relatively empty calories, meaning that they're not really filling or providing any real nutritional value to your body. When you drink alcohol, you're just adding calories on top of your daily calorie count. So, something to think about: as you drink, your inhibitions are usually reduced and you tend to drink more calories or eat more calories from food as you're drinking. So, a lot of alcoholic drinks during the holidays contain a substantial amount of calories. So, this is something to definitely be mindful of. For example, probably my freaking favorite, a holiday favorite of mine, is eggnog. So, 1 cup of eggnog that has alcohol in it can be about 500 calories, give or take, depending on what ingredients you're using. But I recommend opting for either a lighter version of eggnog, like I use the almond milk version of eggnog, and if you want to spike it, go for it. But opt for lighter options or lower calorie drink options like gin and tonic, or maybe vodka and soda, or like a light beer, just different variations of alcohol drinks, because this is going to be something that's going to be really hard to avoid during the holiday season. You're around family, you want to have a good time, you're going to want to drink. If you're not a drinker, then this is great for you. This is something that you don't have to really listen to. But if you do drink, if you're a social drinker and you drink around the holidays, you drink around your friends and family, this is something that you're going to want to consider when you're on your weight loss journey. So I hope this tip helped. Now, let's go on to tip number 3. Okay, y'all, so we are finally back from the gym, and hopefully you guys saw the workout and enjoyed it, and also took a lot from that last tip about consuming alcohol during the holidays. So, the next tip that I have for you guys is you can enjoy your favorite things, but don't go crazy. So, again, this is like not to say to completely restrict yourself during the holidays, like you have goals, but to reiterate that the holidays are not a one-time thing, but the holidays happen for a brief moment in the year, right? So for a lot of people, you may eat relatively healthy throughout the year, and the holidays is the only time that you're not really, you indulge in the foods that you like. So what I usually tell my clients is, or people around me, is literally enjoy the food. Enjoy the food. You get 1 plate, and on that plate you could put on whatever you want. You could put on everything that you want. And usually I tell people, if you want everything, then you have to make your portion small because you only get 1 plate. So you can get everything that you want on 1 plate. If you want like dessert or something, like the small little plates that they have, if you want dessert, small plate, and then that's it. I tell people, you want to enjoy it. Of course, you want to enjoy the food that people work so hard to cook, enjoy it, but don't go back for seconds. Like, don't go back and be like, or don't take food home. If you're not preparing the food, don't take food. If you are preparing the food, like, do your best to give it to people. Like, hey, take a plate home, so you don't have either much leftovers or you don't have leftovers at all, so that doesn't take you off of your nutrition. So that's tip number 3, is to enjoy yourself, but like, don't go crazy. Like, you can enjoy yourself, just don't go crazy. And I hope that made sense as far as like just one plate of things. If you like the turkey, the ham, the stuffing or dressing, however people say it, the mac and cheese, the collard greens, whatever, green beans, everything that you have there that you're able to eat, enjoy one plate. Don't go back for seconds. Don't take any food home. Enjoy it. Let that be that. So that is a really good way to kind of stay on top of your nutrition and not overindulging. All right, and finally, the final tip that I have for you to stay on track during the holiday season. Stay on track with your nutrition. This is the last tip that I have for you. Be mindful, but don't worry. Like, just don't worry too much. So to reiterate for the 1,000th time, this holiday season is very brief. For some people, it may be a little bit longer, maybe shorter, whatever the case is, whatever holiday that you celebrate. It's important to, you're very aware of your nutrition, you're very aware of your goals, but this time of year is a time for you to be grateful. If you have family to spend it with, it's a time for you to spend that time with your friends and your family and just to be grateful for where you are in life and just to be grateful of, you know, what you have for yourself, how far you've come in life. This is the time for that. And if you celebrate, if you're a Christian like me, this is a time to celebrate Jesus Christ. So that's a whole different thing, but this is just a time to just be grateful, celebrate, be around friends and family, and just to love on one another. So, of course, be mindful of what you're eating, but if you decide to indulge in something like a little extra, like don't beat yourself up over it. Do not beat yourself up over it. Don't try to be like, oh, I'm going to punish myself with cardio, or I'm just not going to eat the very next day, or I'm just not going to eat the morning of, that kind of thing. Like, don't punish yourself with that just because it's not going to benefit you in any way. Like, still get your protein in, still get your workout in. If you decide to work out Thanksgiving morning, still do all those things, but don't punish yourself, because this is a wonderful time of the year just to be gentle and kind to yourself. We know that you have goals. I know that you have goals. You have weight loss goals. It's just a matter of being mindful. This is being more in tune with who you are, what kind of triggers you have when it's around food, and just learning to enjoy the moment and not feeling so guilty over eating the food that's in front of you and actually just enjoying it. So hopefully those tips help you. That way you can stay on track with your nutrition during the holiday season. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful at all, please like this video and subscribe to the Pretty Fit Life channel. And as always, stay pretty fit, fam, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.